morning. Welcome to Nighttime with Nelly. How are we all? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is the sound okay? I am using some kind of fancy little microphone device. Hello, Hannah Walker. Thank you for joining me on tonight's Nighttime with Nelly. Are we all happy and healthy and well? Give me that thumbs up, give me that love, and give me that share. Over 18s only if you're not quite sure what you've stumbled on. It is a live Agony Aunt show. I am the Agony Aunt. Any entertainment I give, oh God, I can't read. I can't speak. Any advice I give on tonight's show is purely for entertainment purposes. I'm going to try and change my glasses and just see if I can see a little bit better. No, I can't see better at all. I need an eye test. That's what I need. And anyway, so over 18s only, there will be strong language throughout and talk of a sexual nature. Any advice I do give on tonight's show is purely for entertainment purposes. Who is joining me? Where are you watching me from? This is so exciting. I'm going to try these glasses for a change and see if that makes anything a little bit better. So I get an eye appointment. Good evening, everybody. How are we? So we've got some Dear Auntie Nellies for Nighttime with Nelly, I'm hoping. So what happens on a Nighttime with Nelly? I get things sent into the inbox and it filters. If there's anything a bit sexy in it, it goes a certain box. I don't know what I'm going to read until I open the Dear Auntie Nelly. So it's surprise, surprise for me as it is for you. And all my replies are purely off the cuff. So we've got one or two joining. I was just saying to one of my friends actually, I've been doing this for years. And no matter how long I've done it for, I never know whether anybody's actually going to join me, whether it's just going to be me sat here on my own. Never know. But here you all are, and that is lovely. It's so nice that you're here. So, without further ado, shall we get going? Don't know whether I am going to be able to catch any of your comments, but I'll try. I've changed my glasses and let's see what happens. These are nowhere near as comfy as my other ones, but it is a new prescription I need. So shall we get going? Everything's always anonymous, so don't worry. If you do want any advice from your Auntie Nelly, I am always last port of call because it's brutally honest advice. Please write into the page. Whether that's a Nighttime with Nelly or a Sunday service, or you're looking for a product review. Are you ready? Are we ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Val from Lancaster's here and she's ready. Dear Auntie Nelly. Oh, we love you from Romeoville in the USA. Oh, Romeoville. Hey Nelly, my boyfriend. Here we go. My boyfriend wants me to sit on his lap more. Oh, right, okay, so my boyfriend wants me to sit on his lap more and lift me when having sex. But I weigh 15 stone 11 and he is only 13 stone. I feel like I'm going to be too heavy, but he finds me sexy and makes me feel like the most beautiful girl in the world. Oh. I know confidence is sexy. And I do not want to come across as body conscious because I am not. But I do feel that if I get on top, I'll squish him like a bug or flatten him like a pancake. What do I do? Lol. I don't think in the history of all time anybody's actually... I've not had a cough all day. There's nothing wrong with me. Here we go. I don't think anyone's ever squished anybody like a pancake because they're heavier than the partner. I love the fact that you've said it's not about me being like lack of self-esteem, not body positive, not having confidence in my body. That's great. But believe me, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, if I get on top, I'm heavier than him, I'm a heavy girl, he's going to feel the heaviness of me, it's not going to be comfortable, I might hurt him. That's not going to happen, I promise you. And when you do climb on, you kind of don't, if you're doing it right. Is there a right way to do it? You do it the way that it feels good. When you get on, you don't kind of like sit there with all your weight. You like kind of manoeuvre yourself around and move around a bit, and your weight kind of wobbles about a bit in different areas. It's not like you're sitting static. So climb on, have a nice time. You will not squish him like a pancake or like a bug or flatten him. Moving on, shall we? Shall we move on? Someone said, lovely top. Thank you. It's from my very own boutique, Ruby and Daisy. Does come in a variety of colours. Not sure if it's in stock at the moment, but go and give us a look and a little like. And if you've ever bought anything at Ruby and Daisy, feel free to give us a little review on Trustpilot. Dear Auntie Nelly, I keep planning on giving my boyfriend a blowjob. Okay. I'm doing that soon. It'll be my first time, but not his. And while I'm very excited, I'm also very nervous. I want to do this right, but don't know how. I have no idea what I'm doing. I give him my first hand job. While he did come, I feel like I could have probably done better. Do you have any tips for an amazing blowjob? Okay. Right, well, don't bite it and don't blow on it. Number one tip, kind of number 1 and 2 tips. Start by whatever it is that you feel comfortable doing, okay? Feel comfortable in the fact of where you don't have to follow a certain procedure, you don't have to do it in a way where you've watched it on porn or you've followed an instruction manual. He will hopefully guide you and help you onto how he likes it. And you don't have to go all in straight at once. You're not Linda Lovelace. And if you've got a gag reflex, you really need to understand that as well, okay? So, maybe start by just caressing the end of it with your tongue a little bit. Maybe give it little tiny kisses. I do believe that gentlemen like it to be extremely wet. Don't be frightened if you want to spit on it. Not at him, but on it. And just really enjoy it. Absolutely enjoy it. And if you're not enjoying it, then stop. Do not allow him to guide it with your head, because I think sometimes gentlemen get a little bit excited and wrap your hair round the fist and start like shoving your head down, and that can cause gag reflex and vomiting. I know a girl, and she was once giving head, and he shoved her head so far down the shaft of his penis that it tickled the back of her tonsils, and it brought up her dinner, which was spaghetti bolognese. She couldn't believe how it came up whole, because you masticate your food and swallow it into your tummy, and it was a good couple of hours after since she'd had the spaghetti bolognese, but it came up full. So, yeah, you know, and yeah, just slowly catch your monkey. Just do what you feel is best for you. Take it slow, and don't put any pressure on yourself either. Don't think, oh, I could have done a better job, or I should have done this, or I should have done that. It's all about having fun. It's all about having fun in the bedroom. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Do it if you feel comfortable to do it. And if you are, when you're ready to do it and you've planned it and then you think, I don't want to do it, it's all right. But don't plan it too much either, because you're putting too much pressure on yourself, aren't you? So what I like to do is spit on it, make sure it's right wet, and just give it a right good go. I don't really have a procedure or a top tip. I just give it my best shot. But it depends how hungry I am. I think it depends how hungry I am. If I'm right hungry, then I'm gonna really go for it. If I'm alright, I just give it a bit of a go. Not right bothered whether they finish or not. But it is good for you if they do finish, because it's full of protein, and things are getting really, really fucking expensive at the minute, aren't they? So it's free protein. so you don't actually have to buy all that shite or tablets or a protein's good for you. And it hasn't actually got that many calories in it either. So I've just seen somebody said when David couldn't come on with Night Time with Nelly, was supposed to come on last week or week before. We didn't manage it, and he's in panto rehearsals now, so there we go. So give it a right good go. Don't be frightened of getting some free protein, but only do it if you want. Moving on. Dear Auntie Nelly, since splitting up with my boyfriend 6 months ago, I've had a string of one-night stands. So nobody likes a show off, do they? I always feel so used in the morning though. What can I do? Because I can't stop. Oh. Okay, so you split up with your boyfriend 6 months ago and you're obviously missing or lacking that intimacy. Because when we have sex and we're having one night stands, or we've got a friend with benefits, or we're just going out and how's your new man? I haven't got a new man. Who's that? Who's my new man? I have absolutely not got a new man. So, I did see a comment. The comment's gone now. As the moderator removed a troll account. If you can see me, will you comment? Because my comments have all just fucked off. They've gone. Oh dear. Are you still with me? Everything's gone blank on the screen. Okay, so you're either with me or you're not. Whatever. I'll carry on. I talk to myself a lot anyway. So, yeah, so whether it's looking for a quick, a quick shag, a quick fuck, going out meeting somebody purely for sex, you've made your intentions clear. It's the intimacy that we're lacking, and it's that sort of short-term love, isn't it? It's that attention of somebody. It's the fact that somebody's kissing you, caressing you, touching you, making you feel close to another body, whether it be in naked, somebody you've been with before, a new person. So I think you're chasing. Yeah, somebody's told me that all the comments have gone. Oh no, somebody's put, we're still here, loads of comments and love. I can't see them. Something's happened. I've got a fucking clue what's happened. But anyway, thank you, Amanda, for messaging me and letting me know. So what we're missing is that intimacy in a relationship. We're missing that connection. And I think when we've gone through a breakup, we need validation, don't we? We need to know that we're worthy. We miss out on that intimacy. We miss out on that self-worth, that validation. We miss out on that feeling of, maybe I've been rejected, but if I get short-term love, then that kind of validates me as a person. So I think that's what you're doing. And as unhealthy as it is, it's serving a purpose for now. So what I would say to you is here, stop doing that, because in the long run, you're still chasing after something that you've not got. And while you've got that door open, you've closed the door to maybe finding a true connection, that you can't just have that short-term love, that exciting sex with for all of 5 minutes or whatever it may be, and then feel shit the day after. You could find all that and more in a true connection, if that makes sense. So I think start loving yourself, look for validation in yourself, know that you are worth it, know that you're a woman of value, know your worth, up your self-esteem, up your confidence, and look for love within you, for you, rather than keep doing this. And in a way, it's like self-harm, isn't it? You're like self-harming yourself. You know what you're going to get the day after, but the buzz of that, the excitement of that at the time is almost too much. Okay, so I tell you to do that. I have no idea where you've all gone. No idea. I'm swiping, I'm lifting, I'm fuck knows. Anyway, apparently there is some people here, so we'll crack on, shall we? And let's crack on. Please do keep writing into the page though. Please do. Dear Auntie Nelly. Dear Auntie Nelly. One of my vaginal lips, hangs down much lower than the other. Would surgery, look at my hair there, I look like Madonna in Vogue, Vogue. Right, okay, one of my vaginal lips hangs down much lower than the other. Would surgery help? Have I read this before? Did we have a young lady on before that was worried about her vaginal lips? I can't remember. I'm having a bit of deja vu. Well, you wouldn't know, would you? Well, even if you do know, I don't know if you know because I can't fucking say. One of my vaginal lips hangs out. Right, so if your vaginal lips do actually, right, what are you, number one, what are you comparing them to? Because if you're looking through fucking Ford or Fiesta, is that what porn magazines are called? Well, they're not named after cars. Escort, Fiesta, you know, top shelf magazines, I can't fucking remember. But if you're comparing yourself to these porn stars or OnlyFans content creators, you know, they've probably got vaginas that may have been designed like a designer vagina. And that's not actually what the majority of vaginas look like. I mean, you don't want to see my vagina. Even I don't want to see my vagina. My vagina's like looking in a fucking Beck's bin. I don't even know about my fucking fanny lips, whether they hang or fucking one's lower than other or what. I'd rather not. But you've had a good look, haven't you? And you're disappointed. Okay. If you are sat on your vagina, as I am sat on mine right now, a very wise old woman once said to me, "You'll never be without money, you know, kid." And I said, "Oh yeah, why is that?" She said, "Because you're always sat on a fucking fortune." And I loved it. I thought, she's fucking right. And it's the oldest job in the world, isn't it? Prostitution. I'd have to fucking pay them. Believe me. If you sat on your fanny, right, and it's uncomfortable because one of your vaginal lips is a bit bulgy, or you're frightened of going swimming because your swimming costume or your bikini bottoms really give the job away and you look like you've got testicles, and it's affecting your self-esteem or your confidence. So whether it's a physical issue or a mental issue, so it's mentally disturbing you or it's physically disturbing you, go and see your GP. Because do they call it labiaplasty? Labia is your vaginal lips, isn't it? So they can do something. I just don't know much about it. I'm really interested now to have a look at mine. But I don't know if I should, because I'm traumatised enough this week. Can they do surgery? Yeah, they can is the answer to that. I'm all confused and I don't know now if anybody's still with me, but apparently you are, so let's move on. Dear Auntie Nelly, I promise you that this isn't a wind-up, which automatically makes me think this is a fucking wind-up, but let's go on it. Oh, Amanda, bless her. There's still loads of activity, Auntie Nelly. Oh, little love. Okay. I promise this is not a wind-up, but I cannot get hard or come unless I am watching porn. Are you ready? Which is seeing and hearing people fart. That, to me and you, people of calibre, is breaking wind. So this person cannot get hard or ejaculate unless he's seeing or hearing farting. But it's not a wind-up. But crack on we must. Farting on other people's faces and being farted on and sniffing it is what really turns me on. I love farting, okay. I love when I fart. I love the smell of farts, okay. But I also love the smell of other people's farts. I have been seeing a lovely girl lately and I don't know if I should ask her to fart for me to turn me on so I can be really turned on. But will she be embarrassed? I know girls are. I don't think she'd be embarrassed. I think she'd just be a bit disgusted. But I don't know if I will ever be able to have a normal sexual relationship without farting being involved. Thanks. Right, well, I promise you this is not a wind-up. I mean, it might not be a wind-up because there's a woman on OnlyFans who sells her farts, doesn't she? People sell farts. I mean, if you do a fart, you do a fart. I mean, I've done many a fucking fanny fart. I once did a fanny fart and there were me and him in bedroom and I remember saying, that weren't me. And he just went, okay. And he knew it weren't him, so he knew it were me and I knew it were me. But I don't know who else he thought it might have been, unless there was this, you know, a stranger lying under bed listening, whatever takes your fancy. But yeah, fanny farts, but he means actual farting, breaking wind, flatulence. I personally don't find that attractive. And if my partner said to me, you know what, Nelly, you know what really gets me going is you doing a right good fart and me smelling it. I mean, I might shit myself, I might fucking fall through. I mean, how far do we go here if we keep pushing farts out? I mean, is it going to go from being turned on by farts and then accidentally shitting yourself and you've took it to the next level? I mean, I'm all for a bit of fun and games, but I don't want to go down anything that kind of goes into the scat side of things. I don't. It's not for me. It's not for me. What would I do if I found a new partner and he said, I really need to tell you that I can only come and get turned on if farting is involved? I'd say, well, me and you are never going to get on. There's the dry flower, off you fuck. And that'd be that, really. So if you really do feel that that is the only way you can have a sexual relationship, why don't you, I don't know, join? There must be a group out there of funny kinks and fetishes. There must be. There must be. What about, like, having, like, a normal sexual relationship and just buying farts off internet? Doing that on a Thursday afternoon when she's gone to Tesco. Oh, dear God in heaven. I mean, you don't do nighttime for Nelly for quite some time. You come back on and you're not quite sure, are you, whether it's a wind-up, whether it's true. But you know what? Doing this job has taught me. Nothing surprises me. There's nothing that surprises me. Nothing. Oh, dear God. What can I do, Auntie Nelly? I am 22 and I have a huge fear that my vagina is too wide. I know the size of the guy and how many times you sleep with them doesn't affect how wide your vagina is. I think if you sleep with a lot of fellas over time, I think it does look a bit smashed up, but I don't know if it makes it wider. Okay, but I don't get it then. But I just don't get it then. What don't you get? It doesn't affect... So if you sleep with a load of people, you know that it doesn't... Oh, I don't know. Now with my new boyfriend, sometimes I don't feel anything. It's just wet. And it's making me anxious that my vagina is too wide. But I'm only 22 and I haven't had any children. Thanks, can you help? Right, so we've got a young lady here who thinks she's got a right wide vagina. And the reason she thinks her vagina's really wide is because when she's having intercourse with her new boyfriend, she can't feel him. And she's a bit wet. So he's obviously slipping and sliding about. He might have slipped in and slopped out. She's wet and can't fucking feel out. And rather than asking a yin, because I think it's quite important during the act of lovemaking when that person is attempting entry and they think they've entered, they might not be in, and then you say in and he'll say yeah and you'll say you're fucking not, and he might be shagging like bed or your top of your thigh. He might not actually be in and you think it's because you've got a right big wide fucking vagina and it's because he's not actually in and he's shagging top of your thigh. So next time I'd ask if he were in, and if he is, then I'd kind of put my hands on his bottom, depending which position you're in, but let's pretend you're doing missionary because you're a nice girl, and just like pull him in, like grab him, not in an aggressive fashion, and make sure it's consensual. For fuck's sake, Facebook, do not give me a 30-day ban. Jesus, tonight. Pull him in, or change positions and you go on top so you can guide it in, and then you can sort of like say in a sexy way, this is me being sexy, when you climb on top you can go, I'll drive. I think that's right sexy, that's me thinking on the spot, I'll drive, and then you can take control of it. But I don't think for 1 minute that it's because you've got a wide vagina. I don't know what a wide vagina would be. Like, does she mean like a big vagina? Like a large entry hole? What does she mean? I know what she means, actually. She means that this new boyfriend's got a tiny little fucking cock and she can't feel him inside her, but she is attracted to him because it's not all physical, is it? It could be emotionally intelligent. And she could be that turned on, she's a bit slippy slider, but he ain't got actual package to fucking fill it. Well, if that's the case, get him to fucking fist you. I cannot believe I've just actually said that. Do not get him to do that. That's rather painful. Use a few fingers, use your tongue. And it's not all about feeling him inside you. Anyway, it's not all about penetration, is it? Could be trying to fuck you, a 2-inch cock, and then kiss you at morning with a 10-inch tongue. Come on. If he's got the tools in his toolbox, have a rummage through and use what you've got. Moving on. We don't tell people to fist people, do we? Not on a Wednesday night. Any advice I do give is purely for entertainment fucking purposes. Jesus Christ. I tell you what, I nearly got a 30-day ban not long ago and I had to appeal it. I mean, I don't know how this is fucking going to go, but here we are. It's Wednesday night. Dear Auntie Nelly, I am a 26-year-old lady and I have been with my boyfriend for 4 months and things are going really, really well. He even said he was falling in love with me. He is perfect, but there's just one thing now, and it's now stopped our sex life. The past couple of occasions that we have had sex, I've cried. When I start crying after I orgasm, I can't stop crying. He's now said he won't do sex with me again, and he's going to reevaluate the relationship because it makes him feel really awkward when I start crying. We haven't now had sex for nearly 3 weeks because he doesn't want me to cry. And he doesn't know why I cry, and neither do I. Dear Auntie Nelly, why do I cry? Sex can be quite emotional, can't it? I mean, it's quite an emotional, intimate act, and it can make you feel quite vulnerable. And some people do cry post-coital. Some people cry in each other's arms after because it's been the most amazing experience of their life, and that intimacy, that vulnerability, the fact that they've connected with another person, it can be fucking incredible. And it's just another emotion. All your senses are heightened. So, you know, you're just on edge, aren't you? And you just have a little bit of a weep. It is a bit weird and it would put you off slightly. I mean, some people could cry because they've had sex with somebody and then they've looked at them and thought, what the fuck have I done? So some could cry with regret. I usually go to the bathroom and close the door and cry into a face towel. But at the time it seemed like a really good idea. But then 5 minutes later, it's the worst mistake in my life. Listen, on a serious note, I think it's just you getting a grip with your emotions. You're probably highly sensitive, highly strung, feel things. Maybe you're an empath in a way that other people don't. If this is something new that's just started, maybe rather than having sexual intercourse penetration, maybe it might be time to go back to the drawing board and start just by caressing each other's bodies, you know, giving each other a bit of attention without penetration. Sex can be so good, the act of intimacy and touching and caressing and kissing, even without an orgasm. It's not always about the big O, it's just about being connected together. So maybe go back to what you used to do before you got into the act of penetration and learn each other's bodies again. I don't know why you cry after sex, but people do. And there's probably information about it on fucking internet, especially on Reddit. There's everything on fucking Reddit. You know, if it is something that continues and he feels really uncomfortable about it, I mean, I don't know how I feel. Nobody's ever cried. People have sworn, like, what the fuck with that? Or, oh, for fuck's sake, I can't believe we've done that again. You know, there's been a lot of swearing in my bedroom after the act, usually from me. Yeah, asking them to leave immediately. The taxi's outside. But not crying. I've never felt that connected to somebody in a way where I've been that emotional that I've wanted to cry. It's never happened. Go back to basics, get to know each other a little bit more. You've not been together that long, lots of date nights, and see if it passes. If it doesn't, I would go and see a general practitioner. Maybe there's something there, a trigger, maybe a red flag from your past it's triggering. I don't know what your sexual history is, but I would certainly not let it hinder your relationship at the moment. And I certainly would go and ask for help if it continues to become a problem, because if it's going to be a problem in this relationship and it's going to end your relationship, you're going to take that into your next relationships. It's going to cause this hostility and this fear. So you do need to get a handle on it, okay? God bless you, sweetheart. Aye. Oh. Dear Auntie Nelly, my girlfriend and I were in bed one night and we were telling each other what really turns us on and what fantasies we have. I felt so comfortable with her that I could be so open. So I told her I was once forced, oh, this isn't a fantasy, oh dear God. I was once forced to do toilet cleaning with my bare hands because it's one of my kinks. I get turned on when I'm being treated as a low-level bitch. All right, okay. I like being insulted, humiliated and degraded. That would make me cry in the bedroom. I told her I used to have a master and he would use my cupped hands as a toilet. Oh! Whilst I was telling her this, I was getting really hard reliving it. I didn't notice that she was absolutely appalled by it. She did ask more questions about it, then she left. I'm quite fascinated with it, yeah? It's like a Channel 5 documentary, isn't it? We haven't seen each other since. She texted and said, "This isn't going to work. I wish you well." I guess my question is, did I overshare? Yeah. Should I never tell anyone this again? Can I never be with someone so open again? Thank you. I mean, fantasies. You've got your fantasies, haven't you? You laid in bed and like, you'll say, who do you fancy? Well, this is about as fantasy as I get. What celebrities do you fancy? That's the question I ask everybody. Not even people in my bed. People on the street. No one ever fucking says me. Ever. Anyway, moving on. So, you talk with your partner. What do you like? Oh, well, I've always fantasised about coming home from work and cleaner's been round and she stood there in a French maid's outfit and I'd catch her off guard. You have them kind of fantasies, don't you? Well, I don't. I like to clean my own house and I know it's fucking done right. Anyway, but the fact that you've gone not just from what you thought were going to be a bit of a sexy plumber coming round because washer's broke to, well, actually, I used to be a slave to this master and he'd use my hands as a toilet and he'd shit in my hands. She's probably thought, what the fucking hell is fucking going on here now? Whoa, wait a fucking minute. And what you've done there is put your kink out there with somebody you thought you could be honest and open with, vulnerable with and trust. And you've gone straight in where she's gone, oh dear God, if that's what's making him hard now and he's really enjoying that, where do we go from just being here now and talking about little fantasies and the act of lovemaking? Is he going to want to shit in my fucking hands next week, or am I be shitting in his, or is he going to be expecting me to say, get down on your knees, bitch, and lick toilet? I've just had a fucking diarrhea. Her mind will have been all over fucking show. But I think it's important that you've had that conversation because she's gone, that's not going to work for me. You're a different kettle of fish to me, that I'm never going to be like that because I'm quite vanilla. And you've gone, this is what I really like. I've allowed myself to do that. I can go to that place and you've got to find out each other's kinks and each other's likes and each other's fantasies and what your boundaries are. Like the farting man, let's just say that is a real dear Auntie Nelly. Is that something that you would be comfortable with? Absolutely not, no. So you meet a new partner. Is it safe to talk talk about your wants, needs and desires? Absolutely, when you feel comfortable with them. Is it safe for you to say on your first date, hello, my name's Antonella and I'm an anal virgin? Probably not. Probably not on your first date, no. But a couple of dates in, a couple of times you've had intercourse, maybe, or before that, have the conversation. Don't be frightened of saying to that partner, don't ever fucking spank me ass in bedroom because I'll twat you. Don't pull me hair because I've got a sensitive head. Don't try and fucking fist me because I'm telling you now, it won't end well. Don't be frightened of saying what you allow. And don't be frightened of saying, you know, if ever you fancy doing that, I might like it. If you don't feel confident enough to communicate that in person, send a cheeky little text. We've got to test the waters with new partners. We've got to know what's a boundary. We've got to know what a safe word is. We've got to know what's acceptable and what's not. Some people like to piss on each other. Some people like to fucking fist each other. Some people like tribbing. Some people like fucking pegging. There's lots of things that people like and don't like, and we need to know about it because we need to know if that person is going to meet our needs. And if not, then that's fine. There'll be somebody else around the corner that might. So don't be put off by having such an honest and open conversation about your wants, needs and desires. And also what you don't fucking want and what's not acceptable and what will make you walk out the door. Oh, can you imagine? She's gone, oh yeah, one of my fantasies is that someone right thick moves in next door and I go around for a cup of sugar. And then he like fucks me out settee. And then he's gone, well, I like to put my hands into a cup and someone's shitting them. Bit different. Moving on. Dear Auntie Nelly, I am a kinky girl. I like to think I'm kinky, but I am actually really fucking vanilla. Okay, so I am a really kinky girl. No, she wasn't for really. I'm a kinky girl and I like some kinky sex. I like rough sex, anal, bondage, roleplay, fantasy, sex in front of the mirror, giving blowjobs, having amazing scissoring lesbian sex, ice on my nipples, ooh, ooh, blindfolds, light nibbles and light bites, licking, having my little arse spanked. Somebody spanks my arse, I'm telling you now, that's not going to end well. Hair pulls, that will never end well. Getting oiled up. Oh, slipping and sliding all over fucking shop. You don't want that. Trying new positions, etc. Right, okay, this is like fucking Tinder profile. I feel like kinky sex is what keeps the flame alive, okay. Though it's also nice every now and again to have slow, passionate love making. The problem is, oh, we're getting to the fucking problem now. I thought there were going to be a fucking bio, destination, location, and, you know, saying like, do you fancy it? Not for me, love, I'm too vanilla. Right, okay, so every now and again I want to make love. The problem is my boyfriend says that when we met, that's what made him fall in love with me. All of the above. So he won't make love to me. He just wants to fuck me all the time. Nobody likes to show off here on Night Time with Nelly. I feel like he doesn't actually really love me. What can I do? Right, so the way you two see love is in two different ways. This is what's happening here. Your love language is different. You're not communicating the same. So even though you like to be fucking whipped all around fucking bedroom full of fucking baby oil and fucking squirty cream on your fucking nips and ice in your fucking eyeballs or whatever the fucking is that you like, that's how you think keeps the flame alive in your relationship, rightly so. That's your desires. You got with your boyfriend and he's gone, this is fucking brilliant, this. Because I've got my own fucking porn star here. She'll do absolutely anything. Sex is amazing. And then you've gone, oh yeah, tonight though, will you just make love to me? And he's gone, what? No, I'm having too much fun doing this because this is what I buy. It's like me going shop and buying a cardigan and then trying to make the cardigan into a pair of corduroy trousers. Not really going to work, is it? So that's what he's bought. So I get that. But I also get the fact that you're thinking, well, I'm a bit fed up tonight. I don't fancy being thrown right bedroom. I just want to lie on my back and have him lie on top of me, look into my eyes, kiss me, tell me he loves me and make love to me. You're obviously not on the same page sexually. He's not willing to do it. When we ask somebody something and they say no, we have to understand that no means no, no matter what your gender is and what the request is. Anything in the bedroom we ask for, if that person says no, it's no. So he's not going to make love to you. Now, if you feel that you can't have a happy, healthy sexual relationship without that making love to as well, then I'm sure to God there's a fella out there who will make love to you as well as put squirts of cream on you and fucking ice cubes up your ass or whatever the fuck it is that you like as well. Because he's obviously not ticking all your boxes. And I guess, do you know what? It'd be nice to like get dressed up in underwear, sexy underwear, negligee, baby dolls, whatever you want to call it. Do your hair, put your brightest red lipstick on and be stood there in bedroom waiting. But would you do that every night? Do you not get fucking bored? Does he not get fucking bored? Fuck's sake. You don't want to do that. Variety is a spice of life, and I guess being the kinkiest you could ever be, anal bondage, whatever the fuck it is you said, I bet that'd get boring as well. So you think best to be, you know, it'd be a good change, but no. Take him to the kitchen table, sit him down and say, listen, do you love me? Yes, I do. I know that when you met me, you fell in love with me because of, but I'm a bit bored. Can we try this? And if you really won't try it, then it's not for you, because this will not last forever. You will not be kinky Cara for the rest of your fucking life. You just won't, sweetheart. You'll break a fucking hip. And then when that has gone, you're no longer kinky, you've got a fella who can't make love. I think it's a big red flag. That's what I think. Don't know if I've answered that question right at all. I'm still thinking about fucking ice cubes and fucking fire and all. So it's like a fucking circus. You know, like when you go to one of them cirque dissolve things. I'm thinking of it being like a fucking circus like this. It's like fucking trapeze in all right bedroom. I mean, I'm all for a bit of fucking movement. But Jesus Christ, we don't need to bring fucking A to Z in, do we? I can't remember passcode for my own fucking phone now. I've got myself that excited. What is passcode for my phone? Here, I'm in now. I'm in, are you in? Yeah, I'm in. Dear Auntie Nelly, I thought my girlfriend knew that I was an adult baby. Here we go. By the way, I dressed like a baby. I wear diapers, nurse my pacifier in public. This is from America. They wear diapers and have pacifiers, don't they? I dress like a baby, wear diapers, nurse my pacifier in public. I carry my stuffed monkey named Milky with me everywhere. I have always done this, so I don't understand her shock and disgust now and saying that if I don't just keep this in the bedroom, she will leave me. What do I do? Oh dear God, Anonymous 33. I thought my girlfriend knew that I was an adult baby. So you've met your girlfriend and you've always dressed like a baby. Not just diapers and a pacifier, which in the UK would be a nappy and a dummy. But what are you actually dressing like? Are you putting a baby grow on? Does she think when she met you had a onesie on? What do babies dress like? They dress like in them funny vests that like a bodysuit thing with a nappy and a baby grow, don't they? And when you're actually out in public or whatever and you met her, you had your stuffed monkey named Milky. Because that goes everywhere with you. And you've always done this. And all of a sudden, so did she think that you dressed as an adult baby and it was just for kink? She doesn't realise it's your lifestyle choice. Has there been a lack of communication here? Is she a bit simple? Because if I saw a fella out in public and he had a stuffed monkey with him called Milky and he was sucking on a dodo and he was shitting his nappy and he had a baby grow on, I wouldn't want him to be my boyfriend. I mean, I know I can't get a boyfriend, but I wouldn't want him to be my boyfriend. What do? She said keep it in bedroom. Keep one in bedroom. Stuffed monkey, baby grow, diapers, pacifier. What? Yeah. I think you need to tell her that it's not a sexual kink. It sounds to me like it's not a sexual kink because she said keep it in bedroom and you're like, what? But this is who I am. So I think it's a lifestyle choice for you, Indy. I think you, right, like being an adult baby. And you do exist, don't you? I've seen you all on Channel 5 documentaries. You do, adult, they do, don't they? Right, anyway, so yeah, just tell her that it's not sexy. It's definitely not sexy. It is absolutely, I've got right up, not in a million fucking trillion billion years, not sexy. That will never be sexy. We're an adult, wearing a baby. Being anything to do related with anything underage is not sexy. It will never be sexy. Wearing a nappy, sucking on a dummy and having a stuffed animal will never be sexy. So I think there's been a bit of communication issue where she doesn't know that I think that's your lifestyle choice. So she needs to know that, because if she wants you, she needs to know that that's not just in the bedroom, that is your life, okay? Oh dear God in heaven. If you want any of Auntie Nelly's brutally honest advice, which is purely for entertainment purposes, please write into the page, whether that be for Sunday service or Night Time with Nelly. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show as much as I have. Haven't we learned some new things? Every day is a school day. Any advice I have given is purely for entertainment purposes. I hope you've been over 18. Give me that like, give me that love, give me that share. And hopefully I will see you all here again for more over 18 smut talk next Wednesday evening. Take care, flower pots, and I'll see you all very, very soon.